You make it.
She'll make. What's up, everybody? This is Ming Chen. Welcome to the 19th Annual Garden State Film Festival. We are live at the Shared Universe Podcast Lounge inside the Berkeley Oceanfront Hotel. I am here with constant, amazing co-host,
CJ Cullen.
Jay Cullen. I'm joined by fellow Shared Universe podcaster, Matt Magnifico.
Hey, everybody.
Who's the host of the Cannon Fodder podcast and part of the Review Podcast Network. And we have filmmaker Tom Bentey, everybody. Also alumni, correct? I mean, many. How many times?
Alumni to everything. Podcasting, film festivals, got it all. He's got his flat brim on.
Rocking the flat brim.
One of the first original films I saw of yours was Flat Brim a long time ago.
That's the name of one of your shorts?
Yes,
or film, Flat Brim?
Yep. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild film.
It was good.
It's pretty crazy.
That's awesome. Do you have anything here this year?
I do. Right, 9 p.m. tonight, right over there. We're
Another
a
9
TV
p.m.
pilot.
There's so many people playing over there tonight at 9 p.m. So that might be a good after party.
Oh yeah, I mean we're so
about 3 filmmakers already.
Yeah, right.
I mean we've been joking around, but I'm not really joking. Like, this is our excuse to drink beer and meet other filmmakers. I mean we didn't. It was a pretty thinly veiled attempt to just network, really.
Yes.
But with everything going on, like the hotel bar shuts down early. There's really not that much to go to around here in the immediate area. I'm like, dude, just come here. We'll party here.
Yeah. Just Johnny Cash. Have that in your mind.
Yeah, Johnny Cash and plenty of Ross Brewing.
Yeah, and then like all of a sudden at about, I don't know, like
It might be gone soon.
about midnight or so, there was a 5-minute lull. It was just me and CJ, and then all these people showed up.
when the Nuggets came.
Yeah, I ordered. We got hungry, and there was nothing open. I DoorDash 80 chicken nuggets. And
I was just gonna say, have you guys eaten? Like, I feel like you're just on this marathon.
They're eating a pizza when I got here. They were eating a pizza when I got
we
here.
were
It was
only
pretty
2
good.
here, and all of a sudden, and you were out, and all of a sudden, Nuggets showed up. It was about 8 right in front of me, 80 Nuggets, and then just a swarm of people were coming in.
Yeah, everybody else is probably hungry. They're going free nuggets.
Free Nuggets, and everyone's getting the Nuggets.
yeah, but they're all filmmakers. The director and producer of I Promise to PJ, the Daniel Baldwin film.
Yeah.
And then the one that premiered last night, 7 Days of Vegas.
Days of Vegas,
Those filmmakers came
They were
over.
here.
And we didn't really advertise or anything, but now we're calling ourselves the official, unofficial after party for Garden State Film Festival.
Yeah.
So wait, it all happens in this room?
Yeah.
Yes.
Come,
In this room,
Come
okay.
back tonight.
In this room.
It's not terribly big, but
It's Johnny Cash and his.
Yeah, I mean,
ghost.
if I can think of an ideal place to party, it's a room surrounded by pictures of Johnny Cash. Like, that just screams party to me.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Beat this.
Well, now, because I got to give a big shout out to Ross Brewing. I was like, hey, can we get a couple cases of beer? And I think he gave us
Quite a bit.
More than a couple.
I was hoping for 4 to 5. I think it was more like 6 to 7 cases of beer. And now I'm kind of afraid we might run out by the end of the night. And we still have another day to go tomorrow. So I'm trying to get Ross to come down here. He was like, oh, no, this won't do. Let me get you some more. Maybe he has some in his trunk already.
I was gonna say, he's just gonna roll in a keg at that point. Just,
We thought about it. I was like, you've been to the studio. We have the kegerator. I was like, do I just wheel that down? And I was like, I prefer not to.
Yeah.
if I can help it.
I had some Manasquan wicks the other day because I was in shore, so I brought 4, and they're like, "Pff, gone.
Just go college style. Throw a keg in the middle of the room with a stack of red cups and just I'll work the keg if you want me to. I don't even need to podcast. I'll sit there.
I think marketing wise, this works a lot better. Yeah. How many years have you been at the Garden State Film Festival?
I've been coming as a fan. I started back in like 04, like when I just graduated college.
Wow.
And then I came in 07. Do you remember when James Gandolfini came? I was there that night.
Yeah.
Unexpectedly, he shows up at the Paramount. He had a short film that was screening. And unbeknownst to everyone else, like at the end he came and it was a Q&A with Gandolfini,
I remember
which was awesome.
me and you were hanging out with Armand Desante.
That was in 15. I have a really like good long-term memory. I remember dates and times very
I don't remember
well.
the days and times,
But
I remember
2015 when they were in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Armand Desante was there, and that's when Flat Brim screened actually in Atlantic City.
That was
in
a
15.
That was a fun night. That was
That was
Atlantic
fun,
City.
yeah.
We made our fun. We made her fun in Atlantic City.
That's what I keep hearing. So
Well, Atlantic City was just like I mean, this is a drinking fest, but that was really like a drinking fest. I mean, people were just getting drunk the entire time. But it was they had some cool events, cool venues.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun, too. I mean, Asbury, you can't beat Asbury, but I had some good times in AC as well. But yeah, 2012, we had my first feature film at the Jersey Shore screened at Porta, which was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And then in 2019, I had a commercial. I had like a New Jersey commercial that screened at the Asbury Hotel, which was really cool. And that's where I met some really cool producers that I'm still working with today. That's what the Garden State Film Festival is really all about, making connections, networking, and then coming back and showing work that you've made with people that you met here years before.
Even tonight, people have been that are in your film, right? You've worked with or met here or
So let me see.
at festivals.
I've met them at festivals for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the community is so tight knit. You don't want to say small, but it's so tight knit.
Yeah.
Everybody knows each other in the independent film world in New York, New Jersey, right?
I know your whole cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking at it, going, know that person, know that person, know that person. Yep, know that person.
Yeah. And we got a great cast. We filmed it all in New Jersey 2 years ago in 2019, just about in March and February of 2019. And it's a dark comedy called The Cafone. So it's about like a degenerate Italian kind of Goomba character that has very few redeeming qualities, but he seems to get away with everything in life. I don't know if you've met people like that, but
I know people.
Yeah,
we know people like that.
So
oh my God.
I'm going to see them in a few minutes.
What time is that screening?
9 o'clock, right here.
Right here.
Literally right here. Yeah,
I'm
it's
coming
literally right
to. I
here.
want
Yeah,
to
you need to go to that.
See that movie.
It's a dark comedy about a degenerate New Jersey Italian guy. He's sex obsessed and food obsessed, and he always seems to get himself into trouble, but he always seems to get himself out of trouble.
That could be like anybody that I know. That's awesome.
Where are you going in a few minutes? Are they all
Yeah,
going to be
I
there?
might meet those people.
Yeah.
What was the film called?
The Cafone. And so in Italian culture, that's like a low life or a degenerate gavone. Like, you know, like what I'm doing with this project, the other ones that I'm working on is I'm pitching. I'm trying to pitch them to bigger production companies to try to get on Netflix and Hulu and stuff. And this is just basically like just that degenerate that kind of a lot of people know that just always skates through life, has very few redeeming qualities, but people seem to gravitate towards them because they have a personality of such sort. So
this one's more of a TV pilot.
It's a straight up TV pilot. And I don't know about you, but when I was creating the TV pilot, like I wanted to leave a lot of questions open that we can answer in forthcoming
that's what
episodes.
you do in a pilot. Because you want the places to be like, let's get more.
Yeah, exactly. Just to see the
hook
characters.
people. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's not just I have the TV pilot. I also have a whole pitch Bible, and I'm putting together a pitch kind of video for all the projects that I'm working on. That really just goes into a little bit of detail about what it's all about. I signed up for this thing called MIP TV in April, and I'm going to have the opportunity to pitch to different production companies from around the world virtually. And I'm putting together the materials now. But it's not just this. So we have like a whole pitch Bible, all the characters, forthcoming episodes, forthcoming seasons, character arcs.
So you're doing that with this, but I saw another short film where other ones, two of them, I guess they were lined up together, right?
Well, this is the Cafone. I have another one called The American Benefactor.
Are you doing the same thing?
Pretty much. With The American Benefactor, I've been working on that for a really long time, since like 2015. And what I did is I have a full Bible with that. Like, you know, probably not to the extent of Game of Thrones, but there's a lot of information. There's a lot of information in that Bible.
Just release that as a book.
So it's all that history. And then from that Bible, I put together like a pitch deck, which outlines a series.
Right.
And then I'm also putting together a sizzle pitch where I'm telling about. And for that, I have just 2 little webisodes that I filmed that are a total of 12 minutes in length. 6 minutes each, just to give a little feel, and I'm trying to pitch it. And that one's the modern day kind of progressive highway to heaven, where we try to help people that have different types of problems, making it very relevant to what's happening now in society and culture and all that stuff.
We need another highway to heaven.
But in a very like real, honest way. So it's spiritual, but it's also grounded in this world as well, and I'm excited about that.
Now, are these projects? So it sounds like you've been doing this for quite a while. Are these projects your first foray into the more TV focused things? Okay, that's cool.
So I think
what's that like?
Well, it's thinking long term. It's thinking about not just like a whole one cohesive story. Like, and I teach transmedia actually at Montclair State University. We talk about how storytelling has changed, how it's not just about one film. It's about telling a story on all these different platforms. So it's leaving questions open, different characters, having social media campaigns for those characters.
Right.
Just a very like non-linear narrative, and that's what we're accustomed to. And that's what,
Are all people who pitch TV or shoot a pilot or pitching TV pilots, are they this prepared? Or are you going above and beyond? Because it sounds like
Because you sound really
not,
prepared.
you got
I've been working on
character
it.
sheets. You got you got sizzles.
well,
you got
I think
a lot
that's
of
the thing,
stuff,
man. You know, with
you
artists.
pitched yet? Have you pitched yet?
I was like say I'm starting. So the Cafone was at a New York City TV film festival in February, and the gentleman that ran that liked it. He said, "Here's a bunch of contacts. Why don't you reach out to him?" I did. I think one or two got back, and we're in the beginning stages of just the talks of like,
Yeah.
How
I've never
do you
done this
present
before.
this?
Well, you have the pilot.
I'm overwhelmed just thinking about
I have
it.
the pilot and I have the pitch Bible, and then I'm putting together like a little video, like maybe 2 minutes, where I'm talking about like the story and where I see it going. Because
Do you act like the Cafone when you're pitching
I don't
it?
act. No. We have a great actor.
He
We
left
got-
his leather jacket at home.
we had James Ciccone, who's an amazing actor, play. He's he's a working actor. He's on Marvelous Mrs. Maisel now. So, but it's a process. It's definitely a process.
So now, are you thought out far enough? Because I know you watch a lot of TV shows nowadays, and sometimes you watch a show and you're like, it's clear that they only had 3 seasons thought about, but it gets renewed for like 8, and they're just going wherever. Like, how far in advance are you thought out of, or do you have like a very clear end point to your story?
That's a great question. I think from what I've been told, they want you to see that you know a general idea of where the first season's going,
right,
and a general idea for the second and third.
Okay.
And that's not set in stone, so it can obviously change. But they want to see that you've thought it out to that extent, from what I've been told.
And then there are times where the writers have it 6 seasons worth, but they get cut off in 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it just ends. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Like now what? Like where's
Like
the rest
Cobra
of it?
Kai. Cobra Kai, they have 6 seasons in their mind, done. They know their story. They know an ending. They have an ending. But we're on season, what? We're going on 4.
3. But they already
Going
renewed it
on
for
4.
4 and 5, I think, didn't they? I heard that it's definitely renewed for at least 4.
It is
Right.
definitely 4 because they're filming right now,
Yeah,
so
right.
it has to be. And there's a possible 5 and 6.
So that's the question. As a creator, which would you prefer? Would you prefer?
Get in here.
Would you prefer to be?
Jen Giles just showed up.
Hey!
Jen Giles in the house, everybody.
Jennifer Giles.
Also, Shady was Color on Film alumni, right? Correct?
Yeah, definitely award-winning actress.
Thank you. Oh, you sound much better.
Yeah,
There you
welcome,
go.
Jen. It's great to see you in person.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, it's so great.
She had a couple films in the fest, and one for both of them, I believe.
And what? Oh, for you at your festival. Yeah.
Many festivals.
Yeah.
Many
Thank
festivals.
you.
And you have Beauty in here too.
I have beauty tomorrow at 12:30.
12:30. Screens tomorrow at 12:30.
Look at me. I'm the scared one. What do you?
No, not at all.
it's just fine. Whatever you.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever you're comfortable
I'm
with.
vaccinated.
But you're marketing
yeah,
at the
'cause you're
cin-
teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
I
good.
got one. How
Got
about
one.
you?
I've had COVID. I have the antibodies. I didn't get vaccinated.
Everybody put up how many vaccines you've had so
You're
far.
good.
Like,
Yeah.
One.
One.
I have the
Well,
antibodies.
I'm
though.
glad I'm
Okay.
double masked then.
You're
I have
good.
a
How
lot of
are you?
vitamin D.
Welcome back. How many
Thank you.
Garden State Film Festivals have you been to?
Oh my goodness, I know. I was thinking about that before. Well, my first one was with Mother of the Week.
Mother of the Week.
So that was like in 2016.
4 years ago.
16?
Yeah.
4 years ago.
That's
I
where
just
we
came
met.
in my head. I don't know.
We
Yeah.
met then.
Yes.
In the ballroom, or some ballroom.
Yeah.
Right after
Were we here or we were in Atlantic City then? I forget.
Atlantic
Were we here?
City.
We were in Atlantic City then.
Yeah, yeah. So, how about you?
We were just talking about it. I've been coming here since like 04.
So,
17 years?
Pretty
Since you-
much, yeah.
since you graduated
Wow.
high school.
College.
Oh,
College.
I always think everybody's so much younger than me. That's why I like the mask too.
But you can't tell.
I just got to get
Yeah,
Botox so that nobody knows.
Stop
And it'll
it.
be all be. You'll see next time you see me. I'm
And
gonna have a
this is
smooth
my
corner.
version of the mask, so you can't see them losing my hair.
Oh, the hair mask?
Yes, the hair
The
mask.
hair mask. So, yeah, Tom, do you kind of have like an unofficial goal to make it in every year? Like, it's not like
I
an
mean, if
outlet goal,
I
but-
have something prepared, I'm definitely going to submit here.
Okay.
I've always had a great time here. Every year, it's just such a fun event.
Absolutely.
In the spring, I love coming to Asbury. Love the fest. Love the films. Love hanging with all my friends.
I
so
know.
Yeah.
it's always such a great time.
It's been a long time. I saw you on camera, on video, but never in person.
I
right
know.
now. It's amazing. It's been a year at least.
You've been doing a lot of commercial work. I've seen your face like all over the
Well,
place.
it's one spot all over the place. Yeah, it's great.
Those are the best ones. Ka-ching, ka-ching.
Yeah, repetition, baby.
Yes.
Cash those checks.
It all major, and I shot it in September of 2019.
Wow.
So it started airing in like November or December, and then it keeps.
That's amazing. That's
awesome.
That's the dream.
My cousin, my little young cousin, did a Disney commercial years ago, and the checks just kept rolling in. And they kept going to the mailbox, and they just kept coming. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, they made more money on this Disney commercial
Yeah.
after the fact.
I know, it's crazy. But
Love
you
it.
know, if you hit like a series or something too.
Yeah.
That's
Who was
yeah.
the
that's the
top?
dream.
Syndication.
Was it James? No, it was.
That's why all these child actors, when they grow up, they just keep collecting money, and then they don't work.
Yeah, I was talking about this with my friends the other day, and we were having like a hypothetical conversation of: is it worse to be the kind of person that you're known for only one role, but it's a major role, and you can literally live off that for the rest of your life,
Right.
or do you prefer to have a long and varied career? And I'm like, man, especially with like
One and out?
especially if it's like something in the sci-fi genre, the way the con circuit is, you
Yeah,
can
you get
make
that one.
amazing
Oh,
money
you just
off
go
of
do
that.
this for the rest of your
just
life,
sign
and
for the
then-
rest of your
yeah.
I would take that. I would absolutely take that.
And then you can do what you want. You hang out
And
and
then
do
you do what you want.
do a
Right.
podcast,
Yeah.
Do podcasts,
You
and then
know-
you can make whatever movie you
That was
want. No one's
Long
gonna
Hair
care.
Polly.
TikTok.
They did that. But the character had the one role,
Yeah.
like in the bagpipes.
Philip Seymour
Philip
Hoffman. That's
Seymour
right. He was the bagpipe guy in the
Bagpipe guy.
16, not the
And
16
he
Candles.
lives off that. He was actually doing a documentary, and everyone thought
Yup.
he paid the guys, and he was doing his own fake documentary.
Right. Oh, it was the Breakfast Club ripoff. That's what it was. The Breakfast Club ripoff. Oh, it was so good.
I was at the dentist. Woo!
Oh.
And I was watching. He had on the price. I guess it's The Price is Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drew Carey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drew Carey.
Drew Carey, yeah.
Harry, yeah.
Like in like a rabbi disguise. Like he has got like a long beard, and it looks nothing like
Nothing like he did, right?
normal
Lost all that weight
glasses.
that he did back in the
Yup.
day.
And
it
so
was-
we Googled him, and he's making like, I don't know, a lot of money.
Oh, those game show hosts? Like,
Doing nothing.
yeah.
Doing
Like Pat
nothing.
Sajak is like one of the richest guys in the entire world. He's at the same gig for, what, 35, 40 years?
And I think they
Like-
only work like 2 or 3 days a week. They just do them
Yeah,
all
they do
day.
it back to
They-
back.
they-
Yeah.
They
And then
pound
the
them
rest of
out.
the time, yeah.
I
It's an
thought,
amazing gig.
How could you do that? He must be so bored. How could he do this job? I'm sitting there like,
Yeah.
laying there with my mouth open, looking over at him. And then afterwards, the dentist is like, I don't know, let's Google him.
Yeah.
And no wonder he could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
for that kind of cash, yeah.
It's like the Family Feud. You always watch it. There's every night, and then
Yeah.
it's the same family, but they just pound out the whole thing. You're like, you're done. 3 episodes, you're out.
Shit.
And you're like, wow, they came back every day. No.
Yeah, no, you're all there at the same time. They got families lined up
You're
at the
lined
back
up,
door
like,
just
you're
waiting.
up. You're up.
It's like a 16-hour day.
Yeah.
Just
And the Millionaire with Regis Filming used to do.
Oh,
used
yeah,
to
back to
pound
back to
it.
back
He
to
did
back to
But
back.
that hurt
Wow.
that show because they overdid it. And
Yeah.
it was a huge hype, and then it just faded very
I remember it was on like every night
Yeah,
at one
they-
point.
they
right?
overdid it,
Yeah.
But he would just roll out of bed, go there, ask questions, and work maybe 5-6
Yeah.
hours, pound them out, and go home. What a job and a life.
That's awesome.
I used to chuckle real hard when they would phone a friend and the friend wouldn't answer. This is the ultimate like,
Go, Matt, pick up, Matt. Come on, Matt. I know you know this. Oh.
like especially in this day and age, like
Yeah.
as like I don't answer my phone.
No,
like,
you
unless it's a number
Yeah.
that I know and somebody I'm not talking to, don't
that's
answer
true.
my
Yeah,
phone,
yeah.
right?
It doesn't
Like,
work in today's age.
yeah.
That's what you should do. Start a game show.
Maybe, yeah.
I'll be the host.
That'd be great.
Who's the best phone of the day?
Or write a TV series about a game show host in this environment that we're talking about. What is it like to be, living in the same gig for 30 years?
That's an idea.
There you go. Credit.
Did you ever
You're
see
welcome.
LA Story with Steve Martin?
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
a great film.
Yeah.
That's a great, and that's kind of like he's a wacky weatherman.
Weatherman.
He's
Is
like,
that the
yeah.
half calf deaf?
Yeah, it's half
Yes.
calf, double calf. Yeah, Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a great film.
Oh,
Underrated.
Sarah Jessica Parker is in that, isn't she?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Man.
Oh, Steve Martin.
So what have you guys been doing here? I mean, not here, but here in the festival. What's happening?
No, this is it. We've set up this
We did a
podcast
podcast
lounge.
thing.
We're helping filmmakers promote their films, and we've just been
Wow.
going back to back to back, like ever
Yeah.
since Thursday.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
wow.
been amazing.
Who's your highlight? Who's your highlight besides
Daniel Baldwin.
Daniel Baldwin was great.
Yeah.
We interviewed him last night.
Last night, yeah.
Was he funny?
yeah.
Did he tell a good story?
I mean, he wanted to talk about his film, so he wanted to
Gotta promote your films. Gotta come on, promote your films. That's the one thing you want to do, right?
Yeah, we were here partying last night at DoorDash, like 100 chicken nuggets, and then all these people started showing up, and then there's like that I'm like, what's the Van Patten family doing here? Like, and he was like, this is awesome. They might come back.
They'll probably be back tonight.
That's awesome.
Just because of the chicken nuggets?
Yeah, pretty much. That's what they smelled them walking through. And
Now there's Dunkin' Donuts.
We have free beer too, so that may have something to do with it. We have a beer sponsor who.
I don't know how I'm going to drink one of those.
coffee.
Once you drank enough beer, it doesn't matter what food is put in front of you. Like it will get eaten.
I think the 3 stacks of fries also. The fries.
Oh, the fries, yeah. Three large, like the big bag full of McDonald's French fries. Never hurts.
We got some random people like.
Yeah, of course.
This is amazing. Oh, there's my husband.
Oh, hey. Hey, how are you?
It's amazing. The only 2 masked people in New Jersey.
No, not at all.
No.
There's a lot. Everybody outside is
Yeah,
wearing
when you're outside of this,
I am the weird one because I'm walking around outside of that one.
And what do they do? They
Don't give me a dirty look. But my highlight was you guys scooped me up on Thursday night and we went
did.
to the Lanes to go watch. We screened a few movies. I have 2 highlights. The first one was I forget the name of it, but it was the one about Thomas Edison.
We couldn't remember the name.
Can't remember the name. It's brilliant.
Is it a doc? Is it a doc?
No.
It was about
college film.
So like you always hear those stories about how like Edison wasn't really the real inventor of a lot of the stuff that he invented. So it was this story. No, true or not, whatever, about these like thieves that stole a lot of like the camera or like the film camera ideas from a French inventor, and it was just like very high production quality, like incredibly well acted. It was a college,
college out of LA. It was out of LA, so maybe a sound studio.
Yeah, and it was
had to be.
It was like 20, 25 minutes, and it just like blew me away.
Me too.
It was absolutely incredible. And then the WBGO documentary film like got me.
So good.
Like really got me because I am a huge music person. Like I grew up on all types of music. I play a bunch of different instruments. I'm in a bunch of different bands. Not the fact that I did not know about what WBGO was. It's a jazz station in Newark. Been there for like 40 years. I was like, oh my god! Like there's been a piece of my life missing that I did not know this. Like I love jazz, and like so now I've been streaming it for the last like.
I was gonna ask you, did you turn it on?
Yeah. So you can actually because I haven't had FM radio like forever. But they they're smart, so you can stream it on like YouTube Music, like Spotify.
Yeah.
I've been like listening to it nonstop for the last like 48
really
hours.
good?
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Did you hear some of the voices that we saw?
I did. I was listening specifically for some of the voices on the on-air host that you heard, and just like it blew me away. I was so excited that I saw like it turn on something new.
And well, you left us there. We had the director. We came back, and the director was here.
Podcasted with him,
really good.
and it's such a passion project for him. And then the next morning, he sent me an email. I was like, hey man, I don't really like being on camera. I'm not really an on-camera guy, but that was really awesome. I was like, dude, that's great, man. So
just make people feel comfortable. It's great.
We had a good time.
It's amazing. I had one more question about the TV pilot. So, are there parameters that you have to adhere to for a TV pilot? Like
in terms of what?
Like length, content.
Well, we decided to do traditional like 25 minutes.
Okay.
So I tried to stay with that and just have a little bit of a basic story, introduce who the character is, the world, the setting, that it's comedy, and then a bunch of open questions that we want to formulate going forward. So that was what I worked with. So it's not to be taken as just like one entity. This is just the start.
Did you say where you filmed it? You said
I don't know if I did. We filmed it in Seaside Park, New Jersey.
Oh, wow, okay.
We filmed it in East Hanover, New Jersey. We filmed it at Moore's Tavern in Freehold.
Nice.
Give a shout out to Moore's in Freehold.
Awesome.
And we filmed it at the Edison prison. Edison has a jail in their police station. We filmed there.
Oh, nice.
And let me try to think where else.
Gas station?
Gas station in South Plainfield, New Jersey.
That's a great scene.
That's a funny scene,
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
the kid that
That's
plays
one of my
that.
favorite scenes.
Yeah, the kid that plays that. So I'll give something away. So
Oh baby, that's the favorite part.
Well, yeah. So he's at a gas station, and this kid who's a gas attendant starts like talking to him. He doesn't want to hear it, and then all of a sudden the kid like just loses his mind.
Yeah.
And he blows up the car, and the phone has to run out. So the cops come and it's like, what's going on? He's like, I have no idea. So what I wrote afterwards is that this kid is his long lost son that he doesn't know about, that's trying to get back in touch with him, and that's what we hope to further along in the series.
Nice.
cool.
Yeah, it's
I
a
like
funny
that.
scene.
Yeah, you
it's
gotta
well
bring it
acted.
back.
Yeah, it's well acted.
Yeah.
I like that stuff. That's very much like Cobra Kai, like we were just talking
Yes.
about, like in
Yeah, yeah.
season 1, where he's
Yes.
training. I forget the character's name, but you find out it's Johnny's son. Like,
Yeah.
spoiler alert if you haven't seen it from 4 years ago.
Robbie.
Yeah, Robbie.
Robbie.
Thank you, Robbie. I was going to say Danny, but I know that's not Robbie. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's
Such
an
a good
awesome
show.
twist. I
Yeah.
like that.
There's so much great stuff out now. It's hard to
So
keep
how did
up,
you
man.
guys
I know.
collaborate with this one? How did you bring?
Oh, I just call this one. I've been knowing. I knew a lot of people.
Rolodex.
So it's just like, hey, you want to try out? You want to see if this works? And
Yeah.
my uncle, who's the producer and the financer and the creator of all of it,
Yeah.
he's an attorney in Edison. He had this idea based on dealing with all these wacky clients throughout the last 50 years.
Yeah.
Had this idea, came to me. He's like, let's do it. So he structured who the characters are, where he wanted it to go, and then I fleshed it out for him.
Wow.
And then I just was like, all right, this would be good for Jen. This would be good for James. This would be good for Lydia. This would be good for Brett.
There
Just
you
called
go.
them. We had a audition read through at my uncle's. I don't know if he's still a member of the Columbus Club on the east side of Manhattan.
Usually, once a member, always.
Oh, yeah. It's like the mob. You don't get out of that.
Well, it is
But
Columbus
it was a
Club.
pretty wild room. It was like very big
Oh,
and old.
room.
And, yeah.
It's on Fifth Avenue.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
a huge brownstone, and you walk in and you feel like you're in,
Oh, nice.
I can't, I
Yes.
can't do that on my face. But, it was like very, very Italian.
Very Italian. Very like old, authentic
Yes.
Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah, with like servants, not servants, like maids and stuff.
like staff.
Staffs,
Yeah.
right.
So it's a
we're
little
walking up-
musty feeling.
It was, yeah.
But we did think it was an audition.
It was an audition, but I wasn't, he's financing it, so he made the last call, but I knew that everyone I chose, and he had faith in me that I was going to pick good people, and I did, and everybody that came got the part, and then we filmed a few months later, about, I don't know,
Awesome.
4 or 5 months later.
When did you two meet? And
I'm trying to think. Oh, no, I know. Let's see. Okay, let's see.
It's
good
not,
story.
It's not like sexy or anything. It's
No.
yeah.
Do you know? Do you remember?
I remember exactly.
Okay.
I don't know was it Claire? No, somebody. It was a casting director workshop.
Yes.
Who was it? Whoever it was.
Matt something.
He loved Tom.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh my god!" And casting directors don't gush like in front of other people. But he's like, "You look great on camera, and you nailed it, and blah blah blah." And then we were just talking. Oops, I keep pulling this out. You're good. And we were we were just talking.
Yeah, then we were just, and
I
so,
wanted to make something, and
yeah, and then I was making something, and then
Was that Flat Brim?
it was right before
Yes.
Flat Brim, and then she got cast in Flat Brim with her, and her son came along too.
Who's now 6'2".
Who's now 6'2". Miles.
He
Yeah,
was
he's a
like
great
a
kid.
cat.
Yeah, he's a great kid. It was a funny
So
scene.
funny, yeah.
And
not Miles Giles.
Yeah.
That's the jazz. That's his jazz.
Miles Giles?
Miles Giles.
He is named after Miles Davis.
Yeah.
His last name is
Awesome.
Miles Taylor.
That's awesome.
But when I had him, we'll finish the story. But when I had him in the hospital, and the nurse it was at St. Luke's Roosevelt Hospital, and she's wheeling. I'm like hobbling back to the room, and she's wheeling the baby for me, and she looked on the little card, and it said Miles, and then it said Miles, and then said Giles was my name.
Right.
And she was like, Miles Giles. That's what his name is.
Yeah, man, that's a smooth name. That's a smooth name. You grow up, you're going to be a jazz musician with that name.
Right?
Yeah, that's his performance.
Absolutely.
That's his pseudonym. Yeah, he'll be. Anyway, go ahead.
No, yeah, then
No.
we hit it off, and then Flat Brim was, I think that was November. Flat Brim was at the end of the year, and like right before the new year, 2013. And then we've been good friends ever since.
Yeah, and we just see each other like we see each other
Yeah.
at festivals and.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Where can you
Excited.
see
We hung
Flat
out
Brim
all the
these
time.
days? Where can we watch
I was
Flat
on-
Brim?
I wanna know.
Yeah, it's
what's
on
it
YouTube.
about?
It's on my that one.
so good.
Yeah, it's
Like,
like
I'm
a
gonna go
Christmas
watch it,
carol.
but
It's
I
like
wanna
a
hear
Christmas
about it.
carol with
It's
a flat
so
brim.
funny.
So this guy whom I play,
So funny.
He has he's having problems with girls, and he really wants to ask this girl out. And then like on Christmas Eve, this English butler comes to him like a spirit, like an English Christmas spirit, like this.
Right.
And he gives him this flat brim, and he goes from being like this schlub, and then all of a sudden these girls are just like flocking to him. And then through that experience, he gains the confidence to go after something meaningful with the girl at the gym that he fell in love with.
Yeah.
That's
So,
awesome.
so it's like a 15-minute thing. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
funny.
That's great.
Is it autobiographical?
Well, not the English butler or
His
the
dream. It was his dream.
It's just the hat.
Just the hat.
Everybody's got that lucky hat.
How he felt inside.
how he felt inside.
Where is this hat now?
It's right there.
It was a big
just
red
put
hat.
suburban
I think I have it at home somewhere.
Yeah.
This is mine. We all have a lucky hat. I have mine on right now.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
I have the
so-
shared universe hat. That's
course.
mine.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Two
Wait,
versions.
with the comic book men pin stuck in it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Just double mark.
I don't want to claim magical properties, but I'm going to claim magical properties. Hey, Jen
absolutely.
showed up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jen
right?
showed up. You guys wore the hat. Jen showed up.
Yeah.
Magic.
Magic. There you
Beautiful
go.
women show up when you wear that hat, my friends. This is
Worked so
positive.
far.
Where can we get more of those?
Yeah. Don't tell my wife, but it's working.
I was the
She's a soccer mom. Yeah, so there's a
mom.
montage scenes where all these girls flocking to him, and there was she played the soccer mom, and
I just come in.
Yeah, she just comes in,
and I see him, and I'm like, and I just.
it was a very comedic scene. It was funny. Yeah.
I'm definitely watching this when I get home tonight.
Yeah, for sure. But,
If I get home, because I'm coming back here later. So we'll see.
yeah, definitely.
You gotta watch the 9 o'clock and then come in here
Yeah, like
after.
I'm meeting my friends for drinks in a little bit, but as soon as that's done, I'm coming back.
Yeah, for sure.
We got movies, more nuggets.
Right, like.
Do I have to get more nuggets tonight? I think
Might
I have to do
the
it.
nugget thing again.
All the nuggets.
Once you get a crudité,
Yeah, well,
it'll be better for you.
Chick-fil-A does like a 100-piece platter. They do like catering. They give
It's like a
whole-
charcuterie, like Chick-fil-A. I can't. We have to get it tonight, not tomorrow, though, because they ain't
tonight.
open tomorrow.
Exactly right. They're not open tomorrow on the holy day.
Should we put together McDonald's
Yeah, we gotta platter it up.
You
Okay.
you actually need like a full day of the runs to recover. So
Yeah.
you might want to do it on Monday.
That would be Monday. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do it Sunday for Monday.
Yeah, we used to call it the Natty Splatties in college.
Oh man, that's insane. So 9 o'clock tonight.
Right here?
What's it called again?
The Cafone.
The Cafone.
Or Gavon.
The
Yeah,
Gavon.
yeah.
The Gavon.
yeah.
The way that I describe it, it's how did I write it in the pitch? But it's the guy that shows up at the funeral and like hits on the widow. The guy that goes
On the widow.
to an all you can eat buffet, eats with his hand and complains that it's not clean enough.
Yeah. He's one of those guys where it's like no matter what you need, he goes, I know a guy.
Exactly.
I know a
We have a
guy.
scene just like that.
Yeah.
We have a scene just like that. In the
Because I
film,
know
we
I
have a
have a
scene.
friend like that. No matter what I ask him, I know a guy.
Yeah.
Of course you
I
do.
know a guy.
Yeah, of course you do.
I can take care of it for you.
Yeah, I got this. I got
You know,
this.
Tom, I just realized I do the exact same thing in the Cafone that I did in Flatbrim.
Kind
pretty
of,
much.
yeah. Kind
Same kind of
Kind
role.
of same kind of
Yeah,
thing.
kind of, yeah, very comedic. Jen's great with comedy.
I can't
She's
wait.
great with
So
Yeah,
comedy.
Mother of the Week was very funny. We
Yeah,
had that
funny
one.
and crying. Like I'm always funny and it's it's who I am.
Well,
actually.
beauty's
drama.
very
Drama.
serious.
Drama.
Beauty's a serious
Beauty,
one.
I'm just crying on the outside.
Yeah.
And the inside.
So when is
Yeah.
that playing again?
Yeah, when is
Beauty
that?
is playing tomorrow at 12:30 in the Asbury.
Okay.
Who's the film director?
That's Andrew Schwartz.
Schwartz.
I don't know him.
Yeah.
Yes, you
know
met him.
Andrew
You've
Schwartz?
met him
I must
before.
have- I don't
He's
know.
been at tons of festivals.
like 12
Remember
years
Cabinet in the
Yes,
Woods?
Cabinet in the Woods went to Nashville, so it was.
Oh, that's-
That was
it
up to
really
Nashville.
good.
That was such a. It was so
Yeah.
creative and talented. And then he wanted to bring the cabinet with him, but it was so big, so he got like a miniature cabinet piece.
He's brilliant. He can do anything. He's very young, and he's not that young anymore. But when he started,
He was young when we started.
That's right.
When we all started.
When we all started. But I was driving down to Asbury Park. I don't know if it was your festival or it was this. And he said, Jen, I want to talk to you about a role. And I was like, he's like, I'm thinking about you and I'm sort of writing it with you in mind, but it has this scene. And I was like, oh, driving, listening to it. Yeah, so you'll see the scene if you come see it.
I've seen that. I've seen it quite a few times already.
Yes.
So yeah.
But he said I'm going to be very careful.
Yeah.
There's actually two scenes. One is right. I can't really tell either.
You don't want to give it away. Just go see it.
We'll watch it. Yeah, we'll watch it. Yeah, no
Just
spoilers.
imagine.
Yeah.
It's a first.
I got it. I'm fine.
It was a first for me for both. Not
Okay.
the second one. It was the first to do it on camera, and
Right.
the first one was the first to do it and do it on camera.
We had a co-star here last night from Beauty.
Katerina?
Yes.
Yeah, so it was easy, you see.
Where did you film that?
We filmed, we were in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
He did an Airbnb house
so
on a
beautiful
lake.
looking.
It really, his shots were
was,
just, and it was really, and then the house where the scene where I'm a real mess.
Yeah.
That house was in New Jersey, not far from where he lives, which is north from here.
Yeah.
So, but that was a
I
pretty
remember we went to
shoot.
the sneak peek of that, like before it started out, up by that church area up there.
Right.
That was so long ago.
I know. That was a Tom Ryan, who's
Tom
also
Ryan, yes.
in the Caphone. He plays my husband.
She brought him along.
I did not know Tom Ryan was in this.
Yeah.
He's like, who do you want to play your husband? I'm like, Tom Ryan. Look, where can we do this, right? We can only do it in films. I got my own husband. But he's incredible.
He's a great dude.
He's doing a bunch of horror shorts right now during the pandemic. He's getting those together to make that his sequel
it's the
feature
second,
film.
Yeah, it's the Theater of Terror.
Yeah, I went to one of his festivals. You were there, right? In 2019?
I'm always there.
Yeah, and Roxy and Dukes.
What?
At Roxy and Dukes, and I think Middlesex.
That was. Yeah, I guess Tom Ryan helps with that. It's not his. That's the horror nerd.
Yeah.
Of course, I was there.
Yeah. I saw you there.
You're talking about a festival, so there's no awards in this, and which is cool. And you go and you screen your films at this place. It closed down that place.
Roxy and Dukes.
Yeah.
Because of COVID, I guess.
No, it's done.
It's
Because
just,
of the
just shut down,
films.
Shut down for COVID and done.
My band played a gig there in like mid 2019.
Oh, so you know this place?
Oh yeah, my band used to play. My last band used to play at Roxy and Dukes a lot.
Really cool.
Yeah, such an awesome place. They had this like dope. Remember that like giant statue head hanging behind the. I set my drum set up like. Underneath that, it made for the coolest shots. Yeah. We played like 5 or 6 gigs at Roxy and Dukes for like a little while there, and then they just shut down. I don't know why. I didn't know anybody there. They stopped calling us back, and we found they shut down.
That's why they shut down. They didn't have you guys there.
That was it. We missed you.
Yeah,
What's your band?
They were really missing out. Well, so that particular band was a Neil Young cover band.
Oh, so cool.
It was like a lot of fun, and it was great because like I'm 35,
Right.
and I was the youngest guy in the band by a solid 20 years. So like, and our one guitar player legitimately looked like Neil Young. He was
so
like this,
cool.
and he could like barely stand, and he would always wear these hats that like looked like Neil, but he could freaking shred, man. Like it was great. And I'd be on the drums, and we had our singer, another guitar player, and our bass player, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, I haven't seen the guys in a while because of everything else that's been going on, but we played a lot through. Like I was only with them for like about a year and a half. 2018, a lot of 2019. It was so much fun. I can't wait to play live music again.
I can't wait to see it.
I can't wait to see it, man.
Do you play the Saint at all?
We had never actually played the Saint, so it was tough because most of my life I've been in original music bands. This was the first cover band I was in. So it's like a place like the Saint, like they don't really do cover bands, which is like fine. There's more for original music.
Yeah.
So we would play at places like Roxy and Dukes a lot. We played at what's the place up in? Oh my God, I can't think of the name of it. It's like up in North Jersey and Cranberry. I'm forgetting the name.
Cranberry?
Anyway. Yeah.
Cranberry, New Jersey?
Yeah, up in Cranberry, New Jersey. Yeah.
There's a venue there?
Yeah, it's like a small little place on like this.
Cranberry Hotel or?
No, it's like this little bar. It's like across the street from like a burnt out freaking building. Like I can't remember the name of the place.
Cranberry, New Jersey.
I think it's in Cranberry. I don't know North
That's
Jersey.
North
Jersey is
Jersey.
just all
Cranberry's
together.
like by Hightstown.
So maybe it's not Cranberry. I'm forgetting where it is. I'll look it up and I'll tell you. But we would play all North Jersey gigs. But yeah, it was like tough. Like, so we never played anywhere in Asbury. Was the point of my story because Asbury is mostly like a local music scene. An original music scene, which like I appreciate. So as a cover band, it's a little bit different, especially as like a Neil cover band. Like either like you're a Neil fan or you're not, But like we would go like heavy into the songs and like play like our own rockin' version. It was a lot of fun. I miss it a lot. I can't wait.
I'm gonna check you out next time you play.
Yeah, for sure, man. The band's called Rusted. We're still technically a band, so yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Do we all want to go out? Don't we?
Oh my God.
Do go
Yeah,
out.
for sure.
So what's up next?
What are you guys working on right now?
Oh my goodness, you go.
Me go?
Yeah.
Well, I'm pitching, man. I got the Caphone, I got the American Benefactor, I got this other project that I'm working. It's an autobiography, kind of a spiritual, faith-based film. It's about this woman She contacted me. She's from South Jersey. When she was a child, at 14 years old, she had a brain aneurysm. She went from being a healthy All-American basketball player to someone who's confined to a wheelchair.
Wow.
Despite that, she went on to go to college, to get a job, to get married, have kids, and obviously there's a lot of struggles that come with that.
Wow.
And she's very, she is a very religious person, so there's that throughout the film. So I'm translating that into a script now.
Cool.
Two acts on her childhood, 2 acts on her adult life.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And I'm trying to pitch that as well, trying to get that made.
Very cool.
Wow.
And what are you working on, Jen?
I got my own. I have a series. It's a comedy called Curveballs.
Oh, yeah, I heard of this.
I think
heard of
you
this?
might have told me about this.
I heard
Yeah,
this.
2 years
probably.
ago,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still.
Oh yes. Yeah.
It's a long process.
Yeah, it's about. Well, I used to host the Mets kids show.
Yeah.
Dynamite.
Yeah.
I used to watch that. I know.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Baseball show just for kids.
I love that show when I was a kid.
Yeah, so now I wrote a series with Fred Strappel, and it's about the behind the scenes of a baseball show for kids in Major League Baseball.
Wow.
And so it's like it has to do with all the things that I went through.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it's fictional, you know.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Fictional lies.
Right.
But yeah.
Little nuggets of truth in there. You got it. Little nuggets of truth.
Really real.
No, but it could, yeah, right. Actually, you know, somebody just approached me. They're doing a Mets, 86 Mets documentary.
Oh,
I guess, a
man.
series.
Oh, that's going to
And
blow
it-
up. It's
but
gonna be
Keith
huge.
They
Hernandez.
wanted Keith's, yeah. They wanted like stories
Yeah.
from me, but I
Oh.
was like, it was kind of going against. Like I could have probably
Yeah.
made it into what I'm comfortable doing with curveballs.
Yep.
Sure.
But I wasn't comfortable being that girl. Like he really wanted like a girlfriend or somebody who was hanging out at the,
Yeah.
you know, or you
Yeah.
know, or
Oh,
at
sure, yeah,
one of the
like
parties.
Dirt.
Yeah, because
Dirt.
I was with the Mets. You know, it was the lean years. B, it was. I don't know if you guys are Mets fans.
Yes, big Mets
Okay,
fan.
bleach, rape, Coke.
86.
What?
Yes.
those-
You just need to say the 80s. But,
No, it was just after.
Yeah,
Actually.
okay.
I was actually there.
Well,
for-
because from 86 to 88, they were champions and they partied.
And then
Yeah.
that was it. But then after that, everything.
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
they got me to bring me and the kids show to
Okay.
bring them. You
So
know.
the 90s when
Gotcha,
they
okay.
weren't so good
So it
at
was
playing.
right. So I was there from like 92 to 96.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but anyway, but but there was no. I wasn't like, you know, it was fun. I had fun. I didn't get. They kind of kept me. You know, Jay Horowitz kept the guys. Me away
Yeah.
from the guys
Right,
because he
right.
doesn't want anybody talking to them.
Yeah.
He's still there, and I went. Yeah, Mickey Calloway got me tickets. I do a charity.
Yeah.
Cool.
And he got me and my family tickets, and we were on the field, and there he was, Jay Horowitz.
Yeah, he's been there forever.
He looks the same, just like a little older.
He's the longest running Met.
Same,
Right, yeah.
same jacket, same keeping
Yeah.
everybody away. It was so fun. He was the only one that I didn't, you know, like I got to talk to some players that they'd be like, Jen, don't, no, Jen, don't, no, no. And I would go, you know, and I ended up talking to them, and they were very nice, and we got them on the show.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Curveballs is
like
about
that.
that. But I play
sounds great.
I play the
That sounds
producer.
great.
I love it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm the producer in this like sexist sports world, which is still there, and you know,
they're
trying to
getting-
fight
yeah.
against it, and trying to. I was actually like I play somebody who's really like I was a serious reporter, and I just, you know, I had a show called Frontline, not the dog collars, but and it was you know, it was a serious news, and then I got fired, and so I ended up taking this kids show in baseball. You know, and then the host has like the short shorts, and,
Yeah.
you know, the whole thing, which is what I had, but I don't think I was like her, but anyway. So
Yeah.
so there's that.
So what
And,
was the process with that? Are you making a pilot, or are you?
well, we have, you know, the thing is, before COVID hit, I had lined up some great name actors to shoot. We were going to shoot one day in the city, and we had it all set up, and then it was just like, no, can't do
Yeah.
it.
That was it.
So now, you know, and that was, you know, but that, I mean, that cost, it cost about as much as one of us doing a short film.
Right.
Yeah.
Doing that one day.
Oh, yeah.
So that would have been the, you know, the sizzle, but we didn't do that. So now it's just back there. And in the meantime, I have I don't know if you guys know Chris Nespazinski. Do you know him? I met him at AC Cinefest. We were both
I
winning
probably have
awards.
met him, I just can't think of the name. But
Very
I'm
funny
always
writer.
there, yeah.
I teamed up with him, and we have a feature. It's a cross-genre murder mystery dark comedy, and it's called #SkankSnatch. And,
Okay, we're in. We're in.
Thank you. And it's about this woman whose husband has an affair, and she ends up. And then the husband's lover ends up dead, and it's like a murder mystery.
Wow.
She's like the perfect suburban.
Yeah.
lover.
You like Knives Off, right? Knives
Out. Yeah,
That's
great movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it
'Cause
has-
those are cool movies.
It has a little bit. It's like a little bit of Gone Girl, and then all comedy. So.
Clue.
Yeah, so that's a feature, and that's really funny. So that I'm heavily pitching now, actually, and then I think that's the one that's gonna go, and then they'll be like, what else you got? And I'll be like, pair of balls, in darkness. I'm trying to make my I did a one woman show called Kicking and Screaming about my years as a Rockette.
Now I was just gonna ask, how's the dancing?
Yeah,
Do
that
you
was
still
it.
dance at all?
Oh, and well, I danced in the car driving down. No,
Close enough.
Not really. Yeah. So what I want, and that's the other thing. Like, what do we do in the pandemic? Well, like I do a lot of voiceover and animation, and and so I was like, hey, and I would love to. Everybody wants to see Kicking and Screaming again.
Yeah.
Like I played 21 different characters, just about my years as a Rockette. It was just a lot of fun. And it was, it was a ride. There were some ups and downs and stuff.
Yeah.
But then I was like, wait, maybe I should make it an animated feature.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Right? It
Yeah, that would be cool.
I know. So let's do that.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Yeah.
Then I talked to some animators.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay. Well,
This is how much it's gonna cost.
Why
Yeah,
don't
there's
you
like
do-
it's this much per minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Ew.
Right. Why don't you do a sizzle that is a minute long?
Right.
Because
Yeah.
that'll take me 2 months.
Yeah.
To do, and I was like, oh, okay. So I think
Yeah.
that's the one that's
Yeah.
gonna that'll be the other one. They were like, when the animation all
Yeah.
comes together or whatever, we'll
Love
flip that
that.
in. So I got
Yeah.
4 projects that are waiting.
That's awesome.
One that's a total drama. That's the In Darkness one. I don't know if I shared that with you.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
What's your pitching process like?
Oh my God, what is?
Like how do you go about pitching?
You
Like,
just did.
I take
I
my
mean,
back.
we've been over checkbooks now. Yeah. We want it.
Let's see it. I want that Mets one
so
right
you have
now.
like the feature film, you have the script, and then you would create just like a little kind of treatment.
For the we have like we have like a little deck.
Okay.
Basically for the film, and then we have the pilot. Then we have the script, and then we pitch it, and then somebody loves it, and then I get a name actor, and then his manager loves us, and then he ghosts me. And then I go and pitch it to somewhere else, and then they think it's a great idea, and then they say pass. So that's my pitching process.
Yeah.
But I mean, basically, that's all I'm doing is like.
Yeah, and that's how it is. It's just hit or miss, and
I think I want to go back to though getting some names. I have some people that I just love, some actors that I know that are names
Yeah.
that are taking that not only are amazing but are name names, right? And so, but they can't sign on to something unless there's money or there's this. It's like this catch-22,
yeah,
right?
because you can't get the money unless you have the actor.
Yeah.
The actor's not going to sign on unless you have the money.
And it's just,
Welcome to the movie business.
yeah, it's not, I mean, it's totally understandable. But like, I want to, you can use. I'll do I had this one guy that I love, and he was doing the curveballs thing, and now he's doing. And then I was like, oh my God, I have to have him in this other one. Like I just, you just write for people you love, right?
Yeah.
So, right. So anyway, so that's. I think we really want a female director. For
Nice,
sure.
nice,
Yeah.
nice.
So Chris is also a director, Nespazinski for SkankSnatch, but we both feel like a female director. We'll take any producer, any sort of genitals.
Or lack of, but yes, okay.
but I think now we're both they. But I think that I think it's a woman's, because it's a woman's story,
Right.
So
Right,
it's kind
right.
of like. But I think, it's good for everybody. I mean, it's sort of a revenge flick, too.
Being part
Which
of
you all know, you're my friends.
right.
You're like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure it is, Jen.
doing the baseball thing and being part of baseball, you know that the Florida Marlins have a GM who is a woman.
Yep.
Oh,
running
really?
the show. Yeah. So.
That's because their costumes look like costumes. They look like ice cream salesmen. So they got a woman.
So, she was pretty high up in Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
She got this position.
This
so
is
she's
great.
the first woman GM.
Does she go and like scream in their
No,
faces?
she's-
she's a GM, so she's down there in the ups and the
Oh, yeah.
And
She's
they're
at the
doing all
top.
the trades.
like
and all
Harrison
the-
and all that. Yeah,
Yeah, for
Yep,
sure.
Yep.
For sure. Right on.
Well, that's really great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think so maybe the Marlins are there. I don't know. I'm not really in baseball now, so I don't really know for sure. But I do know what it was like for sure. And
A lot of debauchery. It was-
It's not like the owner of Major League, that crazy lady owner.
No, you can't do that anymore. You can't do that
It
anymore.
doesn't work anymore, right?
Not in 2021. No. So thank you guys so much thank you for stopping by.
Yeah.
Thank you always,
I hope
man.
to see you at Bellworks, man.
Oh yeah, you
Come
will.
by.
You will.
We'll do a show there. We'll do a show.
Yeah, we'll be over there. But check out tonight, 9 p.m. The Gaffon.
The
Come on. Look at that. Come on.
Right over there. And then 19th Annual Garden State Film Festival rolling all weekend. If you're near Asbury Park, get down here. You have like another 6 hours left of films if you're watching this.
Yeah.
All streaming online if you're not around
And
here.
tomorrow.
And then all day tomorrow. And then we have the awards ceremony tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing.
great.
So
Yeah, it's a
thank you,
great
Tom.
time.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, CJ.
awesome, man. Thank
Thank you, Garden State Film Festival. Stay tuned for the next stream, everybody.